Hello there, my geometry faithful. Mr. Brooks here. So, I just wanted to put this video up on this homework lesson. Um, I'm also available on the Google Chat, which you can chat live with me throughout the day until 3 o'clock. And it's just something to where I can kind of be just like sitting with you side by side, and I can pull up, you can look at, you'll be seeing my iPad, and you'll be seeing me. I'll just work on these types of problems right here with you to help you out. But just to give you an idea, okay, so he assigned 1 through 12, I think 14, 16. I'm going to tell you, I want you to do 2 through 10, okay, evens. Let's talk about real quick these problems, these first couple right here, 2 and 4. Now, you got to remember, it's going to be very important to remember through all of these that we're going to need Pythagorean theorem, which is the a squared plus b squared equals c squared, okay? So, in number 2, okay, they want us in all these to determine this, how long xy is. So right here is xy, okay? Or determine if it's a tangent, I'm sorry. So see, they give us all three sides. So you're just going to take all three and plug them into Pythagorean theorem. And as Mr. Houston explained in the notes, if you get the same number on both sides, then yes, this is a tangent. That's what you're doing on both of these problems. You're going to plug all these numbers in to Pythagorean theorem. So let me zoom in and help you label your sides. Okay, so this is always going to be the 90, which will always make this the side C. Now, one thing you got to watch is from here, this radius right here, this is 8, which makes this whole thing 13. So your radius is really, or your hypotenuse, the C, is really 13 in number 2. This could be A, and this could be B when you plug them into Pythagorean theorem. Okay? So you're going to say 8 squared plus 10 squared plus, or equals 13 squared. Okay, so let me kind of set this one up for you. So you're going to say 8 squared plus 10 squared equals 13 squared. Now, when you work all that out, if you get the same number on both sides, then the answer is yes, xy is a tangent. If you don't, then the answer is no. Okay, so similar on number 4. Again, this is going to be, this is your side C over here, but again, this is 2.7. Okay, because that's the radius going out, so that's the radius going out here. So you got to add 2.7 and 1.8 together. That'll give you C. This would be side A, this would be side B, and you're going to simply do it just like we did in number 2. Okay, so you got to really watch. They like to be tricky and to put that 1.8 out here and make you think that the whole thing is 1.8. All right, and that is false. Okay, so don't let the dirty buzzers get you on that. Okay, let's talk about 6, 8, and 10. They just want us to find the value of x. All right, so in number 6, let's see here. So this would be, sorry about that. I think my hand bumped something it shouldn't have. So 18 is the side C. I would make this my A, the X, and the 7.1 would be my B. Okay. Now, one thing I want to caution you, though, on number 6. Let's take a look here. All right. This part is 7.1 right here, which means this part is also 7.1. Let me write that in black. 7.1. So you got to add those two together to get B, which would give you 14.2. Okay? So you're going to go x squared plus 14.2 squared equals 18 squared, using Pythagorean theorem again. A squared, B squared, C squared. Number 8. And again, pause, watch it again, email me, or chat with me or remind with me if you have any questions. So for number 8, again, this is your 90. The tangent and the radius always make the 90-degree angle. Remember, the tangent is always this line segment coming up and touching the circle at the point of tangency. So this is always your 90. So that would make 17 my C. This is A. This is B. Pretty straightforward Pythagorean theorem. Solve it. Make sure you remember to take the square root of the number at the end. If you'd like to see a quick example, I could do that. Let me do number 7 just as a reminder. So this is going to be my C. This would be my A. This would be my B. So here it's going to be 24 squared plus 32. Whoops. Not 3 squared, 32 squared equals x squared. So let me get my calculator here. Okay, so I have taken 24 squared and I got 576 plus 32 squared, which is 1024. Now I'm going to add those two together. I get 1600 equals x squared. Now remember, you got to take the square root to both sides. That's one thing I'm doing this to help remind you. Take the square root to both sides. So the square root of 1600 is 40. So x equals 40. So this side is 40. That whole side there. Okay, so that's just an example to give you an idea. And looking at number 10, okay, here is your 90, which makes this the C. This would be your A. This would be your B. You're going to do that just like one I did up here in number 7. Okay? So you're doing all those in Pythagorean theorem. Now, the only other problem I'm asking you to try is 2 to 10 evens, and I also want you to do number 12. Okay, right here. So I want you to try those. So number 12. Okay? So in number 12, they want to find Wx, and they're saying assume the segments that appear are tangent. So these are tangents, okay? Now, since two lines are coming from the same point and touching the circle, and if they are tangents, it means they're equal to each other, okay? So to set this up, all we have to do is set these two equal to one another. So you're going to say the 2x plus 16. Let me fix that. Oh, geez, that's terrible. So 2x plus 16 equals the 7x minus 29. So you're going to solve for x, and then simply they want to find wx. So they want to know this one. So whatever you get for x, plug it into 7 times that number minus 29. And you'll have the distance for that tangent. Okay? I hope this helps you out. And again, I'm available pretty much all through the day. The Google chat is posted on my classroom. Check it out. If you don't want me to see you or see your house or whatever, that's okay. Turn the camera off on that. And, you know, and that's quite all right. And then I'll take you through any problems or questions you may have. You can email. You can message me on Remind at 81010. And the message is at CHS Brooks if you haven't already done that. So, hope you have a great day. God bless.